And I was not allowed to tell anyone I was Jewish.
And somehow I never let go of my weapon.
They hit the enemy where they can.
Remember the feeling that it left.
Our purpose was to damage ships, to stop ships from coming in, to land troops on Guadalcanal. And it was a little bit obsolete. It could do 250 miles an hour, they said, and but a Jap Zero could do 400 miles an hour. So we were fighting like the poor Indian was. He was using a bow and arrow, and we were using rifles. And it wasn't the way the movies might show you, the dogfighting. This type of plane, to attack another plane, we'd take off, fly above the clouds, try and do the job, and get back low on the water so that a Zero couldn't get behind you or underneath you.
So the goal was you actually dive because you got one bomb strapped to the bottom of the plane.
Right, a 1,000-pounder.
So a 1,000-pound bomb is strapped to the bottom of the plane. The goal is to dive as close to the ship as you can to drop the bomb.
Right.
And then are other planes offering you air coverage? Like, are they fighting?
Supposedly. Supposedly, the way it was supposed to work, that a dive bomber came in lengthwise on the ship, a torpedo plane come in on the side, and a fighter plane was there to protect you. But the fighter planes didn't want to tangle with Zeros. They were too valuable to try and stop the bombers. The bombers come over every day. So their job was to try and stop them. And we didn't have any torpedo planes. And so it was, you had a nice target though, the length of the ship. You come in and drop the bomb from you start out about 7,000 feet. Otherwise, you needed oxygen if you went a little higher. And you had a nice long target, not too wide, but you were within 500 feet when you pulled away from it. There was no such thing as radar. It was by radio. The Australian coast watchers, they called them, were in the jungles further north. And when they'd see bombers in the air coming down, they let us know by radio, and what you called scramble, we'd get everything off the ground. We'd fly our planes off the road, get out to sea for a while until they'd gone, and it gave our fighter pilots, which there were only 12, a chance to stop them, to damage them. And some people used to say that the lead plane has the navigator. If you get the plane that has the navigator, the rest of them might get lost on the way back. But that could be changed around. So that was just a thought.
Did you fly both day and night?
No, not night. You had an exhaust, a shard exhaust, and you'd be like fireflies up there in the dark, and you never knew what was on the water. The Japanese had control of all the water, of the whole South Pacific for a while. And so it would be very dangerous to fly at night. They could shoot at you and you wouldn't know where they were.